week's shout out goes to Neshika and Samyuta. If you want to be in the next week's shout out, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment down below.
Lime loaf cake. These are the ingredients you are going to need for preparing the cake and for the glaze. Now let's start by making the glaze. Pour your lemon juice. I'm using 1 tablespoon here for a nice kick of flavor. Then add your milk. Do remember that according to the weather, the glaze can be thick or tight. Over here for the cake you will need a ribbon consistency glaze. Over here it's a little dry, so I'm going to add a little water, or you could use milk. This ensures that it is in the correct consistency. If your glaze is too loose, you could always add a little bit more powdered sugar, or before that itself you could reduce the amount of milk or lemon juice. It's totally up to you. Then I'm going to add a few drops of white food coloring, as I'm going for a nice bright white color. This is totally optional. If you don't have, you could always skip this. Next, let's prepare the cake. Now, first you have to start by preparing your loaf tin by greasing it with butter, then lining it with some butter paper. Make sure you always make it stick to the tin. Next, in a big bowl, add your butter. Then using a hand mixer, you have to whip it until it's nice and pale in color. We do this process so that we could incorporate a lot of air in our cake, which tends to make our cake light and fluffy. Do not forget to scrape the bowl. This ensures that each bit of butter has air in it. As you can see, it is turning into a pale color little by little. Now I'm going to add my powdered sugar little by little so that I don't deflate all the air we have incorporated till now. Of course, you could do this with the help of a balloon whisk, but do remember it's going to take a little more while than it takes using the hand mixer, and you will also need a lot of hand grease to do it. Now I'm going to add my lemon zest and whip that as well. This ensures that we have a nice lemon flavor in the cake. This enhances its flavor, and hence we get a delicious cake. Alright, now let's prepare our milk mixture of wet ingredients. In your milk, add the lemon juice, vanilla extract, and mix it well and set it aside. Due to the high amount of lemon juice in it, the milk won't curdle. Now let's add the flour, baking powder, and baking soda into a sieve, and let's sift it little by little. Always start with flour and end by flour. Add the milk, mix it a little, then add in your dry ingredients again. Scrape the bowl so that you are sure that the ingredients are well incorporated. Now I'm going to add the last of my milk mixture. And always make sure you don't mix a lot, because this makes our cake dense. We're going to end it with a last bit of our flour. Mix it well. After you find that it's little incorporated, take off the mixer. Now with the help of a spatula, through the batter, go under the bowl and over the top. This ensures we don't deflate any air. Here I am adding a few drops of yellow food coloring for the lemon look. If you don't want to add, it's already fine because it's optional. You could always add a little bit of powdered food color, but over here I'm using gel food coloring. Now let's preheat the oven at 180°C for 10 minutes. Now pour it into your tin. I know this is a very thick batter because it's a loaf cake. After pouring it into the pan, you have to make sure that it's even on the top. Now I'm going to spread it a little out. Then tap on the surface for a while so that the air bubbles which are there get bursted. Now after the cake has baked, I let it cool for a while and moved it to a plate, and I have took off the butter paper. Make sure you cool it all the time. Alright, now I'm going to poke a few holes on the cake, and I'm going to add a little sugar syrup. This is some powdered sugar with water and this will also make sure our cake is not dry and is nice and moist. Now I'm going to pour on the glaze on the top. After pouring it with the help of an offset spatula, I'm going to spread that. If you don't have an offset spatula, it's totally fine. You could do it with a fork or spoon or a butter knife. Now after spreading it fully on the cake, I'm going to drip that on the sides. Now I'm going to add a little few yellow color sprinkles on the top to make it look more pretty. Enjoy the cake and let us know and how it tasted in the comment section below.